Hi, I'm Steve Richardson, and welcome to my latest video. Now, when it comes time to fulfilling your obligation under the ethics rules to maintain confidentiality of client data, you have to keep up to date with the technology that you use. So, when it comes to, for example, having data in a web account that you have, something online, you have your username and password. And it's important to have as unique a username as you can, and certainly a different and hard to guess password for each and every online account. Well, creating hard to hack passwords for each site and remembering them can be daunting. So in a previous video, I talked about getting a password manager to keep track of all that so you don't have to. But technology is now moving in a new direction, away from usernames and passwords. That'll be a lot more secure and a lot easier for users. And that's something called a passkey. Now, how that works is this. Each service, each website that you log on to, has its own public key. That's their key. And then when you log on, you provide your personal key, which is private and just yours, and you store it securely. And the public key and your private key are then what's called hashed together to create a unique passkey that authenticates you and logs you in. Now, the beauty of that is that neither the website nor you have the complete picture. In other words, the authentication is done by a third party. So you submit your private key, they submit their key, and then the third party server authenticates it, says, yes, that's this person, let them in. And the beauty of that is if anybody hacks that website, all they'll get is the public key, is that key that's used for everybody. And that's because each individual user comes in, takes the public key, takes their key, validates it with a third party, and gets in. So nobody knows, and no hacker can get in. You've heard of many times where sites will be hacked, their database of usernames and passwords will be stolen, and then you're kind of compromised and you have to change your password if you find out in time. So this way, hackers can't get in and they can't uh, get to your login information because the site doesn't have it. And also, that one key that you store securely on your system can be used everywhere. Because what makes it different, what makes it unique, is the public key for each service. So all you have to do is store your private key. Now, there are a lot of services that are already using it. For example, Adobe, Amazon, Apple through iCloud, DocuSign, Google, and Microsoft for OneDrive and Outlook. And more services and companies are moving to Passkey. And the way you can keep up to date and see if what the services you're using have gotten on board with this is to go to www.passkeys.directory. This is a site maintained by the password manager company 1Password. And as more and more companies come on board, you check that site periodically and find out who are using passkeys. And as more and more of your services are getting on board with that and using them, you can then transition over from the old username and password model to this new passkey model, and it'll make a lot of it easier. Now, one of the downsides is that uh, it's just about impossible for you to remember or memorize your personal key, so you have to store it somewhere. But the technology is catching up with that, so you're able to, once it's stored in that app that you have on your computer, it can then be exported and you can put it into another app if you switch software programs. It's called Passkey Portability, and that's also being developed as I speak. So think about passkeys as a great way to keep up to date on the security technology out there so you're maintaining the confidentiality of your uh, client data. So keep up with that, keep current. Now, I hope you get something out of this. You're able to start transitioning to passkeys in your practice. And if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. And if you're enjoying the content on this channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notifications of new videos. I usually release one once a week. So that's it, and I'll see you in the next video.